this video, I'm going to go over how to convert kilometers an hour into meters per second, or meters per second into kilometers an hour. And the problem here is that you've got two things, right? We got to change kilometers into meters and hours into seconds. So it's a little bit tougher. And I'm going to show you the process to make that happen. So I'm going to just do kind of what's below, just up here, so you can kind of see me writing it out. So I'm going to start off with 40 kilometers per hour. I'm going to write one over top the other like that. And then again, like I did in the last video, I'm going to multiply this by something over something. And what I'm going to do is I want to change kilometers into meters, right? I'm going to do that one first. Doesn't matter. I could do hours first, but I'm going to do kilometers first. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to write kilometers on the bottom because I want to cancel kilometers. It's down there because once I multiply by this factor, kilometers are going to cancel. So kilometers on the bottom. I want to change that to meters. So I'm going to put meters on the top. And then I'm just going to write up top, how many meters are there in 1 kilometer? Well, there's 1,000 meters in 1 kilometer. So if I multiply by just that factor, then kilometers over kilometers there, they cancel with each other. And right now, before I multiply by anything else, if I just go 40 times 1,000, my units would be in meters per hour. So I'm close, right? Like I got meters. Hours is just the problem now. So the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply by something else to get rid of that hours. I want to change that hours into seconds so I can have meters per second, right? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put hours on the top, right? So now that I got one H over top the other H, they're going to cancel with each other. And I'm going to put seconds on the bottom. And now all I need to do is say, okay, well, how many seconds are in 1 hour? I showed this above. There are 3,600 seconds in 1 hour. That's just 60 times 60 to get 3,600. So now if I do that, I've got hours up top, hours in the bottom, they cancel. And what I'm left with is meters over seconds, meters per second. So all I need to do is go 40 times 1,000 divided by 3,600, which is 11.1 meters per second. Now, if you found that really confusing and you don't think you could do it all the time, you might still be okay. I'll show you an easier way to do it. So down here, what you can do is we just need to remember the number 3.6. You're going to use it a lot. So 3.6, important one to remember. It just comes from 3,600 over 1,000, right? Or in this case, it was 1,000 over 3,600. So to convert from kilometers an hour to meters per second, we divide by 3.6. To convert from meters per second to kilometers an hour, multiply by 3.6. If you can get that figured out, you can do it really quick without doing this thing I did up here. But this is still valuable because there still will be times that you're going to need to do this with other units, especially in Physics 30. So, yeah. Okay, I'm going to end that video there. Just make that a quick one so you can, have that one for reference.